One of those days in 2010, I went to Lagos Cargo Terminal to talk to people who were working in the offices and the environment about healthy living, forming healthy eating habits to help them live healthier, look younger, and happier for longer. After educating them about all the basic information, I encouraged them to get a healthcare product I have with me. I spoke to groups of people and several individuals, and they all appreciate the information I shared with them. Oftentimes, they all have questions and I took my time to answer them. So it happened that at a point, I spoke to a particular man who looked like a man in his early 50s. After all said and done, he was excited about all I've said so far and ready to purchase one of the healthcare products I introduced to him. But something disheartened happened. He asked me a question. Which state are you from? I answered him that my mom is from so and so state, while my dad is from so and so state. He said, you are automatically from your dad's state. I said, you are absolutely correct, sir. Then he asked me another question. What part of that state are you from? I answered him and he suddenly became cold, losing the excitement he had initially, and he was no longer interested in purchasing the healthcare product. Immediately he became cold. I was thinking in my head, maybe he was reminded of someone so dear to him who he lost before then. Several thoughts rushed through my mind that may be the causes for the sudden coldness. Then I asked him, sir, I hope all is well. He said, someone from that part of your state duped me some years ago, and I have vowed not to have anything to do with anyone from there, so I am no longer interested in purchasing the healthcare product. I said to him, but sir, I'm not the person now. He said, what I said is final and nothing can change it. Chai, omo, I really felt so bad and I quickly looked for a corner and cried because I was so overwhelmed. After crying out my eyes, I wiped out my tears, dust off my feet, and kept on educating other people like nothing happened. 3 points I want us to pick from this story. 1. Don't make permanent bad decision on a temporary situation. See, the reason why I can talk to you like this and you can watch and listen to me is because we are still breathing. Once we are no longer breathing, that's all. This mindset should guide our decisions. Are you the type that you had misunderstanding with someone that often help you get your job done faster? Instead of you to call the person's attention that you did this to me, I don't like it, then you trash it out, but you decided to take a permanent decision because of a temporary situation. Now you want to get that same job done. Because of that permanent bad decision you've taken earlier, you are not bold enough to meet that person that help me get this thing done. Now you have to pay huge to get that job done. You will even get it delivered to you, not even up to the standard of the person that have been helping you out because you took that bad decision. Oftentimes, hasty generalization is what brings about this taking permanent bad decision. Because one person wronged you, you generalize it that is how everybody is. You will not be able to get a lot of things done with that kind of mentality. You went to a bank and the cashier spoke to you in a manner you did not like. Then you conclude that you are not going to use that bank again. That's a permanent bad decision there on a temporary situation, because the following day that same person that behaved to you wrongly can behave right to you, or even another cashier in the bank can behave right to you. Imagine that man that spoke to me that he has vowed. Who knows, he has mentioned such in the presence of one or two of his friends, and any favor, connection, business contract that would have come to him. Immediately those friends hear that the person that wants to give it to him is from that part of the state. They were like, don't give it to him. He already said he doesn't want to have anything to do with that person. He has lost things he did not know he ought to have. You see, what happened to us is not as important as our attitude towards it. As long as you are aiming to achieve your goals and purpose in life, you will always see challenges here and there. the way you react to it will determine maybe you will fulfill your purpose in life or not. Instead of taking permanent bad decision, why not just sit down to reevaluate your effort? Ask yourself simple question like, what can I do better? Okay, I was duped the other time. Maybe some other time, to avoid being duped, I will make more inquiry about the business or contract or whatever that led to you being duped. Or you eventually found yourself in a situation whereby you started exchanging words with someone. You say, I will not even talk to these people from this place again, or I will not talk to this kind of women again, I will not talk to that kind of. No, why not just ask yourself, next time, instead of exchanging, I would rather keep quiet, because nobody can misinterpret your silence. Rather keep quiet. That is self-control. You control yourself, or you even walk out of that kind of scenario, you would have managed the situation better than just concluding that you are not going to talk to anybody from that place again, because you may be doing yourself more harm than good. 2, if you feel like crying after an overwhelming situation, cry, but don't mourn the situation. Yes, cry. Crying does not mean you are weak or you are a baby. The truth is that does not mean at every slight challenge you start crying here and there looking for people validation. No. But there are some overwhelming situations that you were not prepared for, that meet you unawares, that you yourself know that this one is bigger than me, or the weight of this is too much on me. So overwhelming that you feel like crying. Look for a corner, cry. Cry if you want to cry. It is your eyes. Cry. Crying helps release stress hormone, boost your mood, and even reduce physical pain. Crying also helps cleanse the eyes from irritants, lubricating them and protecting them from infection. You see, so once in a while that you are faced with any overwhelming situation and you feel like crying, cry is an opportunity to clear your eyes. And don't mourn the situation. Don't start saying, had I know, I wouldn't have answered that man. Had I know, I wouldn't have gone to that place. You start getting depressed. Don't mourn the situation. What can you do better? When you think of what you can do better, you move ahead. If you get to any place in life without making mistake, definitely you are pretending. But the more you make mistake, you correct your mistake, you become better. That's how you get better in anything you are doing. So anytime you are faced with overwhelming situation that you feel like crying, cry, but don't mourn the situation. 3, when the going get tough, only the tough get going. After crying, I kept on doing what I was doing. That is it. You focus on where you are going. You keep on moving ahead. You keep on forging ahead. Meaning you always have a plan, you always have a picture, because the future you cannot picture, you cannot feature in it. And the more you go, the more challenges you face. And the more challenges you face, the more resilience you become, the more tougher and thick skin you develop. Because when things go wrong, we don't go wrong with things. We set things right. You set things right. You have picture of people that are already where you want to get to. They will hold you by their hands. You may not have opportunity to meet them one-on-one, to sit with them. If they have books they've written, eat the book, feed on the book. If they have courses, classes they are doing that you can enroll, pay, enroll in it, empty your pocket into your brain. Because if you empty your pocket into your brain, nobody can steal it away. But when you empty your brain into your pocket, somebody can steal it away. And how can you become tough enough to forge ahead? Is by guiding your heart with the necessary information. Have a picture in mind. Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? Meaning, if you've not gotten to where you want to see yourself, you don't stop no matter the challenges. Quitter don't win. The higher you go, the tougher it becomes. The higher you go, the more challenges you face along the way. Will you feel like stopping? Yes. But when the going gets tough, only the tough kept on going. You keep on pushing. Nobody gets to the top by chance. You will only get to the top and fulfill your purpose only if you have developed a thick skin. And how will you develop thick skin? By walking in the path of those that have gone ahead of you, learning from their mistake. Experience may not be the best teacher, but obedience, followership in the right direction may really help you from falling into the pit of those who have gone ahead of you, those you are looking up to. You'll be able to learn from their books, from their lecture, from their teaching, from their academic. When you are following anybody, you should be able to pay for the class that they are offering. Isaac Newton said, if I can see further than others, it's because I'm standing on the shoulder of a giant. You need someone that you can see through their eyes. No matter how big your dream is, there will be somebody somewhere that is doing something similar, if not almost the same thing, that you can say, if this person can do it, I can do it more better. Then you can follow their path, in the sense that use their own path to narrow down your own path. Then any mistake they might have made, with the knowledge they already pass across to you, you will avoid it. Then anything that took them 10 years will take you lesser years, because you already have the information they couldn't have access to when they started their own journey. So I believe you pick one or two lessons from this story. Which of the 3 points stood out the most for you? You can drop it in the comment section, and you can do it to like, share, comment, subscribe, so that we can reach more people out there and they will learn from this also. So I see you in my next video. My name is Folakemi. Bye.